Hello, today we're going to take a look at a couple of earbuds and see who comes out on top. We're looking at the Apple AirPods Pro Generation 2 versus the Soundpeats Clear earbuds. Now currently the AirPods Pros are priced at $190 on Amazon and the Soundpeats are less than $30. So let's see if they can stack up with the more expensive earbuds. So first thing, we'll just open them up here, and it's not much packaging, but I'll use my little knife to get started on it. Okay, so we got them unwrapped there. So it's a nice little case. It is quite clearly clear, although it's smoked glass or smoked plastic. So you just open them up, and I had them upside down. How about that? And let's take them out here. And I'm assuming they got a little bit of charge on them. Got a little sticker here we're going to have to peel off. And they may not have any charge because that sticker was covering the little charging port. And I am thinking they probably don't have a charge on them. And in fact, the case itself may not have a charge. So right now I can say they feel comfortable in my ear. They do not appear to have a charge because I'm not hearing any indication of activity at all. So we'll charge them up here and then get into the review and see how they compare against the AirPods. So now that I've had a little time to read over the instructions and work with the Soundpeats Clear a little bit, we can take a little further look at it. I can go ahead and give you my subjective opinion on the sound quality. It's not bad. We're talking about a sub $30 pair of earbuds here, and it's perfectly acceptable sound quality. The bass response is a little bit weak in my opinion. Now I got that opinion just listening to a regular track, and I went out and found a stock music track that was heavy on bass and compared it to the AirPods Pro, and it's definitely not got the bass response of the AirPods Pro. And a couple other things that I find a little not as good as the AirPods. These earpiece are best suited if you use them primarily with one device, in my opinion, because every time I would switch from the iPhone to the computer, I would have to reconnect. So I'd have to go into the Bluetooth settings and connect the Soundpeats to either the computer or the iPhone, and that's a little annoying. And of course on the AirPods Pro, you don't have to worry about that because it's in the Apple ecosystem, and I put the earpods in, and whatever source I start playing music from, it just switches automatically from one to the other. Now, one thing we can take a look at here, it is a USB-C charger, and hopefully you can see the little charging indicator there. So it's flashing green now, so that indicates it's between 75 and 100% charge. So it shouldn't take it too long to charge up the rest of the way. And I did note that when I connect the Soundpeats to my computer and take a look at the Bluetooth settings, it does in fact show me the charge level on the earpods themselves. So that's a good thing. There is a nice little instruction book, as I mentioned, and it's basically summarized in this little diagram here, and I'll scan that in and give you a copy of that. But to reset it all together, and I'm not really sure why you would need to reset it, there's a little button on the bottom of the case here, which you can press and hold, and then when the indicator light flashes white and red 2 times, that indicates that it has reset the reset the Soundpeats, and I would assume if it totally wouldn't pair would be about the only reason to do that. I can't think of another reason that you would need to reset the entire little case. But in any case, we do have, of course, the left and right earbuds. It makes little announcements to tell you what the status is, and so far it hasn't said anything here. However, I have not yet paired the Soundpeats with this particular iPhone here, so I thought we'd do that. The pairing, you have to hold the button for 6 seconds, and it just announced pairing, and as you saw, it popped up here. So I'll tap that, and it is now paired, and you saw the volume. Now let's to increase the volume, and I don't even know what I've got in the way of music on this thing. Okay, continue. I don't use this particular iPhone very much. I think it's an 11. I'm not even sure what model it is, to tell you the truth. Okay, so to change the volume on the Soundpeats, tap the right button one time. And I don't know why that song's currently unavailable, because I'm playing it. But apparently it decided to go to the next song. You might notice I like Celtic, although I've got a wide variety of music. We'll listen to the Human League a minute. So as you can see, just tapping the button increases the volume, and we're maxed out there. And when I tap it one more time, when it's maxed out, it turns off the audio altogether for a minute. And so we can tap the left side to bring the volume down. So it works very good. So we took them out. It's still playing. I can hear it on the desk here, and yeah, that's kind of weird. You take the AirPods out and they stop playing automatically. Now you do have a number of controls available. As you saw, if you tap the left ear pod, that lowers the volume. Right ear pod, one tap increases the volume. 2 taps on either side will either answer or hang up the phone, or start the music playing if it is not. And let's give that a quick shot. Apparently that's just not going to work on this iPhone. It did work on my computer a few minutes ago. So who can say? And 3 taps is a game mode, and frankly, I have no idea why a game mode would sound any different than a music mode, but that's what it is. And if you hold for 1.5 seconds, then it will reject an incoming phone call, or I presume this is send it to voicemail, although I don't recall reading that in the instructions. And the bottom one, I presume, is to go back to the previous track if you're playing music. Nope, did not go back to the previous track. Well, okay, so it did. Okay, so it went to the next track, but it didn't start playing. Okay, so there I got the 2 taps to actually work to start playing. So apparently one has to learn the feel of tapping the button to get it to operate properly. And I'm sure that's just a little learning curve. You know, these are brand new to me, so I'm not going to complain about that. It is apparently functioning the way they have designed it, and that's all you can ask. So you just got to learn the touch of it. The only other thing I want to try is recording a microphone. And now this is a test of the audio from the Apple AirPods Pro Generation 2. And we'll compare the sound you get from these from the sound you get from the Soundpeats. Here's a test of the audio from the Soundpeats microphones. So this would be what you'd sound like making a phone call. And this is a test of the audio from the built-in microphone in the iPhone 15 Pro Max. In regard to the bass response that I mentioned earlier, there is an app available for the Soundpeats, and of course I downloaded the iPhone version. There's also an Android version available, and the two things that I did to improve the bass response is I used the adaptive EQ, which basically is a hearing test, and it customizes the response of the Soundpeats for your particular hearing. It takes about 3 minutes to go through the test, and it starts out at 125 Hertz and proceeds through the various frequencies all the way up to 6,000 Hertz, and it has different volume levels or decibel levels, and as soon as you hear a tone, then you just press the button to indicate you heard the tone, and that's how it determines what your hearing capability is. So we'll press start here, and of course I'm going to speed ramp through the test because there's no reason to sit here and look at 3 minutes worth of testing my hearing. So now that the test is complete, we can see from the graph that I have significant hearing loss on both the low and the high frequency end of the spectrum, as well as some hearing loss in the mid-range. And I don't suppose that's too surprising for a 70-year-old guy that's been around a lot of noise, including firearms, over his life. So there you go. Now, in addition to the custom EQ, which did help considerably, it also has different pre-selects that you can choose for different kinds of music. And since I was complaining about the bass response, I have selected the bass boost. And although I won't be able to give you a demonstration directly because there's no way for me to record what I'm hearing in the Soundpeats, I can report that I went out and listened to some rock and roll and other music with bass, and it is much improved, and I would say almost on a par, if not exactly on a par, with the AirPods Max at this point. So that was my biggest complaint, and the EQ and the bass boost has fixed that. And so I'm pleased with the Soundpeats, especially for 30 bucks. I don't think they can be beat. Now, on the other hand, if you want the best, and if you are using the Apple ecosystem and would be switching from device to device, then clearly the AirPods Pros have a major advantage. So personally, I'm going to stick with my AirPods Pros, but the Soundpeats get to go to my significant other. So we'll see how she likes them, and if she even keeps them, because every time I give her something, she gives it to one of her kids, which just pisses me off to no end. What can you do? So anyway, thanks for watching. If you got some good information out of this video, I hope you'll like and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. And as Sebastian says, have a good night.